Hi everyone, my name is Steve Krause. I'm an application engineer with ITW Air Management, more specifically Paxton Products.
My name's Zach Miner, sales here at Paxton. Today we're going to go over how to properly install a Paxton system once it's showed up to your location. We'll also go over the components that are involved on that install. So Steve, why don't you start off by talking about some of the components that might go into an install at a customer's location.
Sure. So we're all familiar with the blower setup itself and you know the air delivery devices. Those are the main components of the system. But then when it comes to properly piping the air from the blower to the air delivery devices, we do that with a variety of different components. You know, the goal here is to make sure that we get the best amount of airflow with the least amount of losses. That way we can deliver the air more efficiently, and we do a better job at drying. So some of these components are, we have a variety of what we call dividers. We have Y dividers, which basically split from a single inlet to two outlets. We have those in a variety of sizes. You'll see this is actually a reducing divider. Reduces from 4-inch down to two 3-inch outlets. We have a tri-divider, so single inlet by 3 outlets. And we also have a quad divider. I don't have one here, but that is an option that we offer. What these do is allow us to, again, efficiently reduce from a larger pipe size down to a smaller pipe size, and also split off into multiple outlets. We also have a offering of what we call zero loss adapters. These are used for transitioning from the standard OD connections, such as the OD connection on a air delivery device, and also the OD connection on the blower. These are used with PVC. They basically get welded in using standard PVC practices. You basically you'll prime the adapter. It'll get glued and installed. We also have long radius elbows. These are used for basically making 90-degree turns. They're long radius because again, it's a better flow. It has a better flow characteristic. We have both 3-inch and 4-inch. And then last but not least, we have reducers. These are used to basically reduce from a larger pipe size down to a smaller pipe size without splitting like you would do with the dividers. These would be used, this one here particularly would be used to reduce down from a 3-inch OD pipe down to say a 2-inch air delivery device. We also have flow control valves that are used at the air delivery devices. These can be used to reduce flow and pressure at each individual air delivery device.
In addition to that, coming out of the blower, going to our air delivery devices is some of our hose. Our hose, we would want to use our hose in situations where we are within 10 foot from the blower to the air delivery device. So if we're within that 10 foot, we would advise use of our hose. If we get beyond that 10 foot, meaning that our blower is in one corner of the building and our air delivery device is in the opposite corner, say it's 30 foot apart, we would advise using stainless steel piping or PVC piping to help with the flow from the blower to the air delivery device. So now that we've gone over our components and the things that are involved with the install, we'll go ahead and show you how to install this system, get it piped up. If you have questions or need advice on hooking up and mounting air delivery devices, you can check out our website where we have a video showing you how to do that as well. So let's get started, Steve. Let's hook up the system, starting here at the blower. We got our blower, it's in place, maintenance has ran power to it, and now we're ready to install the blower to our air delivery devices. What would be our first step here?
Okay, it's really simple, and it just requires simple hand tools. One thing you will need is a 5/16 nut driver. This is going to be used to loosen and tighten the worm gear clamps on the connector sleeves. Basically, the connector sleeve is used to connect either the elbow or divider. And it's like it's a butt connection, so it butts together. And it simply gets tightened down. You want to get these pretty tight because this system's going to be operating at 2 to 3 psi. So you always want to make sure that everything's good and tight before you turn it on. So what you want to do, this gets butted up, these two pipes got butted up together. You want to kind of split the difference when you install the connector sleeve so that half of the sleeve is on this connection and then the other half is on the mating component. So next we will install the divider. Make sure that you get the clamps nice and square. You don't want them angled because you'll lose clamping force that way. All right. So now we have the divider installed. We got the long sweep elbow. Next will be the flex hose. Again, worm gear connection, worm gear clamp. Goes on the outlet. We make sure that we secure that tightly. And then same on the other end. This will go to the air delivery device. Now this is this would be the time where you would add the flow control valve. If desired, it's not a requirement. It just does give some adjustability at each individual air delivery device. For this video, I'm not going to install that. Okay, 3-inch hose slips on. You want to make sure you get some good engagement, 1.5 to 2 inches of engagement of hose on the component that you're connecting the hose to. Again, you want the clamp to be square, not angled, and tighten it down so that you have a good connection there. You would do likewise for the other air delivery device over to the other outlet. At that point, you're pretty much done.
So we talked about, the distance in which we want to use our hose being 10 foot or less, right?
Yes.
So what would change on this setup if we were using straight pipe, meaning PVC pipe or stainless steel?
Okay, so for installations where the conveyor is going to be, let's say 30 feet away from where the blower is located, what we would do in that situation is we would utilize either zero loss adapters along with Schedule 40 PVC, or you would simply just run it in stainless steel tubing. The stainless steel tubing is pretty self-explanatory. It would just butt up here and you would run it over and connect to the divider. If you're going to run it in PVC, we would recommend that you use the zero loss adapter. What it does is it transitions smoothly from like an OD type style tubing to PVC. This is going to get, you would use PVC primer. It would get glued into your Schedule 40 PVC, and then that would connect right in, just like that, into your connector sleeve. It would get clamped. You would run the Schedule 40 PVC pipe over to the divider, which is, we you try to keep this divider as close as you could to your air delivery devices to cut down on losses. But that would also get a connector sleeve on the divider, and we would terminate it with another zero loss adapter, and then that would complete that piping run to the divider from the blower.
So the key is just to keep our hose as short as possible
Yes,
with as little amount of bends as possible.
that's correct.
Right.
Flex hose, it's a great way of ducting air, but it does have some fallbacks. You know, it's corrugated, so the air is not going to flow through it as easily as it would through a piece of like a pipe or whatnot.
Yeah, because it's smooth,
That's correct.
right? Where
Yes.
this is more rigid.
Yes, yes.
And so
You're gonna, a lot higher losses through the flex hose. That's why you would never want to connect the blower and run it in straight flex hose for like say 50 feet or 25 feet. It's just a lot. You're losing a lot of efficiency when you pipe it up that way.
I've seen customers, and we've had to correct them, but I've seen customers take hose and because they ordered 30 foot of hose, right? Where they only need 6 foot of hose, they'll take it and they'll coil it at the bottom underneath of their conveyor. Why is that not good for us?
Yeah, again, you know, we see it all the time. It's one of those things. There's so much. So you're going to have, let's say the system was designed for 50 inches of water column. If you hard pipe it, your losses are going to be, you know, there's some variables, but they're probably going to be, I'm just using this for an example. You may have 5 inches of loss. So we've got 50 inches here, and then at the air delivery devices, we're going to have 45 inches of pressure. If you run it through a flex hose could have 20 inches of loss. So we got 50 inches of water here, and instead of 45, now we've got only 30. So you see where it's really important that you make sure that you cut down on the amount of flex hose that's used when you transition from, like, say, a divider to the air delivery device, because it's every loss that you can reduce is more efficiency for your system.
Finishing up this video, if you have any questions or need any further assistance, please don't hesitate to contact us at sales@paxtonproducts.com or visit our website at paxtonproducts.com.